Okay, so I'm starting something I've never done before, and I'm also going to do it in a way I would never have done it before. Um, Here's the gist of my story. I'm a 47-year-old woman who has been married just about 23 years, who has two children, two girls. One is 18 going on 19, and one turns 17 in a couple weeks. And until recently, I was employed full time, but I quit on purpose. Um, it wasn't an easy decision, but it's a decision that I made because it was right for me. It has nothing to do with the job that I have or had. It has nothing to do with the people or the place that I worked. None of that was the problem. The problem was it just wasn't right for me. And I let it go on for a long time. I let a lot of things go on for a long time. And so, um, yeah, I guess I feel it's time to do something different. Um, the funny part is my kids are at the age where they're trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives. And I'm like, oh, well, when I grow up and figure it out, I'll let you know. So needless to say, my expectations for them knowing exactly what they want to do has changed, and it isn't what it used to be. Um, and that's a good thing. Like, that's all right. Um, See, the thing is, I have spent since high school trying to get the job that I have. And I had it for a few years, several years, before I decided it's not the job that I want. Um, so yeah, that brings me here. So what is it that I'm doing? I, I'm I'm taking this journey, and if you're interested, you'll come along with me. And if you're not, I'm in it for the long haul, but mostly because it's my life and I don't really have a choice. But also because I'm hoping not only that it helps me, but if there's anyone else that it can benefit or help them reach a point in their life that they want to be at sooner than they might have, then it would be beneficial. Um, Otherwise, I'm just making a fool out of myself in front of the world, and yeah, it's probably more likely that's what's going to happen. But anyhow, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a shot. So part of what not is unusual is the fact too that I am doing video. I have, like many moms, spent the last several years shying away from a camera because I I didn't like the way I looked in it. And so worried about that I kind of lost sight of how important it is that I was in it. So I'm coming to you from one of my favorite places, which kind of became my oasis last summer, with my hair kind of messed, as you can see. After a long day, it's been a full day, and I would never not try to put myself out the best that I could when I did something, but um, I'm just going to be me. And I guess that's the whole point. See, I am like a lot of people, and I do mean a lot of people who have or struggle with mental illness. And I have for a really long time. And I know I'm far from being alone. Basically, depression. Depression is my biggest problem. And um, I've spent a lot of years letting it get way out of control um, before I finally realized that, that I couldn't continue, that I no longer had anything left to give anyone else until I finally stopped to give myself something. So I guess one of the points that I have is about self-care. And until about November, I would have said that that was kind of a selfish thing to do. Like, well, okay, great, you do something a little bit, but kind of, I don't know, pampering yourself if you do it very often or you kind of have a regular thing that you do. Yeah, I'm wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. Just know that I'm wrong. That's not true. It is so important. Like, I can't even begin to explain how important it is. Um, and so that's what I've been learning. I hope, I guess. Um, I came across a quote months ago, and I don't know who to credit for it, but I came across this quote that said, If you want something you've never had before, you have to be willing to do something you've never done before. Close to that. And I don't know, it just resonated with me. Obviously, I'm in a really reflective point in my life. Midlife crisis, anyone? But I also realized, oh, okay, I like it and it really sounds good and it means something to me, but I'm not doing anything. And there are some things that I want that I've never had before. And I'm kind of in a position um, to, to try and do something with it, to try and reach those goals. Um, I'm in no way saying that, like I have this rough life and all of that. No, I'm just the average person who had an average job and realized it wasn't what was best for me. And with a lot of baggage and guilt, finally left it. So, yeah, here I am on the lake, almost 9 o'clock at night, talking to you. We'll see how this goes. Um, but self-care, self-care is the one thing that is really important. And I'll continue to talk about that and how you might go about it and how you might benefit from it. But that was one thing that I thought was not important, and I am oh so very wrong. So anyhow, here I am. Come along with me if you want to. I will. My goal is right now to post daily, so we'll see how that goes. Bye.